Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson and this is your Golf Central update. Well, this week the Bahamas is playing host to the Hero World Challenge. The event has been held every year since 2000 except for 2020 because of COVID. Now, Albany Golf Club has hosted the tournament since 2015 and of course the event is hosted by Tiger Woods and the Tiger Woods Foundation, and he spoke to the media earlier today.
Game feels rusty. I haven't played in a while, and so I had my sub-tailor fused, and so I'm excited to compete and play, and I'm just as curious as all of you are to see what happens, because I haven't done it in a while, and I can tell you this, that I don't have any of the pain that I had at Augusta or pre that in my ankle. Now, well, other parts are taking the brunt of the load, so I'm a little bit more sore in other areas, but the ankle's good, so that surgery was a success. As far as the commitment to playing, probably after I caddied with Charlie and was able to recover each and every day like that. And people don't realize I was still lifting and still doing a bunch of other things too alongside of that. So in conjunction with that and the endurance part of it, all my beach walks at home, just the accumulation of how could I recover? Can I keep progressing at the same time, right? And I was hitting golf balls a lot, trying to get Charlie ready for the event, and then post-event, I started feeling, you know what, I can probably do this, and so why not? I talked to the committee, and a committee of one was able to give me a spot.
What was your reaction to the June 6th framework announcement?
Well, going back to that, I would say that my reaction was surprised, just like I'm sure a lot of the players were taken back by it, what had happened, and so quickly and without any input or any kind of information about it, and it was just thrown out there, and I was very surprised that the process was what it was, and we were very frustrated what happened, and we took steps going forward to ensure that the player involvement was not going to have, we were not going to be left out of the process like we were. And so part of that process was putting me onto the board and accepting that position.
As part of the board, are you pleased now with the direction of the tour since you're part of the decision-making process?
I'm pleased at the process and how it's evolved. Also frustrated in some of the slowness and the governance change that we want to have happen. And December 31st is coming up very quickly. And so there's the timetable there that we would like to implement some of these changes that have not taken place. The guys, all the player directors have spent so many hours and have worked tireless hours to make sure that we have the best deal for all the players that are involved and all the entire PGA Tour.
Tiger, do you have a sense of what the professional golf landscape will look like in a year or 2 years, or does it feel as murky to you on the inside of the process as it does to us on the outside?
To answer that question, I would say that I would say that the answer is murky. I would have to say that there's quite a bit of options out there. There's a lot of moving parts and how we could play, whether it's here on the PGA Tour or emerging or it's team golf. There's a lot of different aspects that are being thrown out there all at once, and we're trying to figure all that out and what is the best solution for all parties and best solution for all the players that are involved. I think that best scenario would be maybe a tournament a month. I think that's realistic. Whether that's, you would have to start with maybe like a Genesis and then something in March, maybe the players. And again, we have set up right now on the calendar, the biggest events are one per month. So it sets itself up for that. Now, I need to get myself ready for all of that, and I think this week is a big step in that direction. I think Jay has been a part of the direction. He understands that what happened prior to that can't happen again, and it won't happen again. Not with the players that are involved, and not with the player directors having the role that we have. Now, as far as team golf, I think there's a way that in which we can all benefit from team golf. It's just how do we do it? And we're trying to figure out that process now. And we've been doing it for months, trying to figure out how that all works. What does that landscape even look like? And where do we play? And what impact does it have on our PGA Tour schedule? And I think that's something that we have focused on, and we don't take lightly.
Tiger, as far as the landscape goes, is there a path back to the PGA Tour for the players who join LIV? And if so, what would that look like?
As far as a pathway, we're still working on that. That's part of the deal we're working through, is trying to find a path, whatever that looks like. There's so many different scenarios. That's why I said there's a lot of sleepless hours trying to figure that out, and there's a lot of participation of the players, and then what does that look like? What transpired there is it was media. It was just noise, and then obviously the fact that everyone now carries a mobile device, and that was able to spread. And you're not on home soil, and so anytime someone they're going to try and get in your head, and that's what they tried to do. And I totally get it. The emotions, and we all want to win, and you have a home side and an opposing side. You're going to get heat, and that's what happened. What we have to do is we have to make sure that we have access to the game. I had access to the game. I had an ability to get on tour. We had to ensure that and have ensure that we protect our schedule, as I talked about earlier, and our tour, and take care of the players. And without the players, there is no tour. And so how do we take care of them in a better way, not just financially? Obviously, everyone wants to get paid, but also how do we have the best competitive atmosphere and competitive events from week to week to week? And what does that look like? And what does it look like for the players to have to be involved in that? And what do they have to give up to have that? And what are, like Bob was mentioning earlier, what investors are looking for to invest in our tour? I love competing. I love playing. I miss being out here with the guys. I miss the camaraderie and the fraternity like atmosphere out here, and the overall banter. But what drives me is I love to compete. There will come a point in time, I haven't come around to it fully yet, that I won't be able to win again. When that day comes, and I'll walk. But now I can walk. I won't say run away, but I'm gonna walk away.
So you being here assumes you think you can still win out here?
Absolutely.